Welcome, everybody. Silence. Oh, I think you've all been put on mute. That's why.
I think we might just give it one more
Mm-hmm.
moment and then we'll start. I'm just going to share my slide just now.
Need some mood music. Can you sing, Grania?
I'll remain silent. I do try.
That's spot on, Margaret. Thank you.
Can you see that okay? Yeah.
Yeah. It's always reassuring when someone tells you they can see your slides. And don't wait till you're halfway through to go, can you put it in presenter mode? Good morning. Who have we got in the chat? Say hello to each other in the chat. Come on. Let's liven this call up.
Okay, shall we get started? I think we've got a good number who have joined us. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today at this joint Lunch and Learn session. I'm Margaret Starkey. I'm Engagement and Communications Manager from Volunteer Scotland, and Scotland is one of the part of the 4 nations that are participating in Volunteers Week this year. I wanted to start off by saying we were really pleased in how we were able to collaborate with the Eden Project colleagues today, and having this opportunity to share messages and activities through this joint session is really important, because the Big Lunch, the Big Help Out and Volunteers Week all work towards the same overarching goal: strengthening communities by celebrating connection, participation and volunteering. By coming together in one space, the campaign can show how all our activities complement each other, helping organisations and communities understand the bigger picture rather than seeing them as standalone moments. It's also to reinforce a consistent positive message around the value of volunteering and the community action, inspiring people to celebrate together and to help out, to recognise that volunteers who make it all possible, and even for those who are not already volunteering, to give them the opportunity to find out more and think about taking up a volunteering opportunity. I'm going to do a quick overview in terms of the value of volunteering. So as I've mentioned there, around that community asset, but we know that there's 14.2 million people around the UK formally volunteering once a month. We know that volunteering added 4.6 billion in productivity gains in the UK economy in 2024. And we know that there's 25 million people in the UK volunteered informally at least once a year. So I think those stats speak volumes in terms of themselves, in terms of the importance of volunteering. Okay, so I'm going to begin a little bit around setting the scene in terms of Volunteers Week. So Volunteers Week is now in its 42nd year, and every year millions of people across the 4 nations get involved. It's a UK-wide celebration of volunteers taking place, which takes place on the first Monday in June every year. It is led by Volunteer Scotland on behalf of the UK partners, which is WCVA in Wales, NCVO in England, and Volunteer Now in Northern Ireland. At its heart, Volunteers Week is a moment to recognise, thank and celebrate volunteers, and by doing that it also helps attract new people into volunteering. Each year the campaign continues to grow and sees more organisations getting involved, more sponsors coming on board, which is a new concept for us as well, and announcements of that will be coming very soon. In 2024 we launched a new brand, and last year we brought in a new website and new resources. And this year we've added a Volunteers Week shop, which I'll go on and talk about in a moment. Okay. To give a sense of the scale of the campaign, as well. In terms of the reach across the organisations, we have reached enormous audiences, around 191,000 on website page views during the campaign, 86,000 in campaign resources downloaded, and our Facebook reach almost 64,000. And we also engage with national and local media across the UK. So we're launching the campaign tomorrow, 15th of April, where you can utilise various free resources online. Sign up to future webinars, which we will be holding 2 in May, dates just to be announced. Sign up to the Volunteers Week newsletter and get all the information that is relevant for the sign-ups. And again, where you can buy the merchandise as well. We'll share that link just now. We also have the 2 hashtags in terms of, well, Volunteers Week, and then we have it in the Welsh translations as well for all socials. I am not even going to attempt to translate the Welsh one. And then you can find us at volunteersweek.org. So, new for this year is the Volunteers Week shop. So, it's only just launched. It launched in March. We did a soft launch of that before we launched the full campaign. It gives organisations a really simple way to buy branded merchandise, whether it's for events, thank you cards, or celebration for information and assets for celebrations during the week. So again, the shop can be found at merchify.me/Volunteers Week, and it's designed to help recognise volunteers and give more visible and be impactful as well. I should also say that we will be scheduling more merchandise in the coming weeks. So what you're currently seeing on the screen just now, there will be more added to that, things like cake toppers and various different things like that as well that you can add to your celebrations. So we want you to make some noise for Volunteers Week. One of the most important parts of the week is helping people feel genuinely appreciated and understanding the impact volunteering has on individuals and communities across the UK. Oh, sorry, I've gone too far. That can be as simple as sharing volunteer stories, sharing your preparations ahead of the week on social media, and also posting your experiences and activities during the week as well. Other ideas include adding thank you messages to screens, using local GPs, hospital radio, decorating libraries, community centres, receptions and shops, and we're also inviting ambassadors from various different organisations to share their thank you message to volunteers from across the UK. Even a small gesture like a thank you card or a little button badge can make all the difference. So the key message here is make some noise and get involved. One of the things that we introduced last year was, and this is where you can have a community of sharing your stories, is we introduced the Volunteers Week Padlet. It's essentially a digital space designed where organisations and individuals can post messages of thanks, photos, stories and activities, and it really does help bring together in one place the vast amount of activities that take place during the week, and it shows the impact, the collective impact that volunteering has across the UK as well. And it's all accessible for you to do within your organisation.
It's still headphones in.
Ready when you are, Laura. Come in. Just before you.
Someone's mic is off. I don't know whose lover they're talking to. But if they could pop themselves on mute, that would be grand. Thank you.
Thanks, Tracy. So onto the resources. We've a wide range of resources available for Volunteers Week. These include downloadable campaign materials, bilingual resources as well, and guidance that can be adapted for different audiences and settings. All of these are designed to make it easy as possible for you to take part in the tailor the campaign to your organisation. And that's why we've introduced things like Canva templates and guides so that you can do your own promo, but using the brand guidelines as well. We have the logo pack, we have email banners, and social media packs, as well as thank you cards that are printable, certificates, and photo props, of which we've had some really fantastic photos over the years, people getting involved and sharing what they're doing. So some of the important links that we have in terms of getting involved, and we would like you to bookmark these as well if possible so that you can refer to them as and when. So everything is on the main Volunteers Week website in one place. There's also the links there to the shop that will take you directly to the new merchandise. The Padlet links are there where you can contribute to the content of that and upload all your images and stories. And if you do have any questions, then obviously there is that contact us, and that will direct you straight to the Volunteers Week email address. I should also say, as I'm sure I have mentioned and you are fully aware, that this is a 4-nation approach campaign, and there are contacts within each nation, which again you can find on the Volunteers Week website as well. So each nation will be able to help and support if you're looking for something more local than the national aspect of the campaign. And thank you very much for your time today. That is a whistle-stop tour of Volunteers Week. And if you have any questions, I think we're maybe taking questions at the end of the session as well. So it would be really great to get you involved. And again, thank you for participating today. And it's great to see so many of you here. And I'm going to pass over to Tracy.
Thank you, Margaret. That was really lovely. Now I hope I can share as smoothly as Margaret did. There we go. Can you see my slide there? Someone say yes.
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 Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining. And I know this is quite presentation heavy, but there will be chances for questions at the end. And all of us here on this call from Volunteers Week and the Eden Project are happy to have calls and email exchanges. We've got Laurie, who looks after Wales. I look after England with Kate, and Granya's looking after Scotland and Northern Ireland. So we can share our contact details in the chat. So you'll know that we always do the big lunch, which is the first weekend of June. And this year we've been invited to do the big help outs. So we're creating sort of one big do for Volunteers Week. And we really want to bring people together to meet, eat, help out, but mainly to celebrate their impact, to celebrate their spaces, their places, and the people around them. Now, we've been doing this for 18 years, so not quite 42. But we believe in that power of community to shape that positive future for us all. And that's why we work in communities across the UK. We really believe in bringing people together because we're better equipped to face the challenges when we are together. We believe that we really need to put that concerted effort in to build those social and natural capitals for our collective future. We believe that small acts can make a big difference, no matter what they are. And we really believe in that looking after our social and natural well-being. And the best way we can do that is to connect with each other and nature. And that's what helps us create a healthier planet and healthier people where places prosper. And I think one of the main things, we try to do things in a positive way, uplifting. We invite people so that we can create that sense of agency and hope and help people believe and know that they can contribute to that brighter future. And we need to do this because our community need is growing. And you will always, all of you will see this day in and day out. Our communities, our charities, our organisation are constantly threatened by lots of external and internal forces, do you know, and our well-being, individual and community, is at risk. We have the cost of living crisis, increased polarisation, that rise in hate crime, loneliness, mental health, hollowing out of our high streets and some of our neighbourhoods. You know, a lot of the issues we face, like climate change, inequality, war, are global, but we experience them personally and within our places and our communities. And I think our communities are feeling increasingly fractured and at risk, and people are feeling vulnerable, which makes them even more hesitant about stepping up. And we know that our sector is under increased pressure and rising needs with shrinking resources. We've seen it with our team, and I'm sure many of you have seen it within your own. And there is a national reduction of falling volunteer levels. So we have to celebrate those we have and try and use that celebration, I think, to help people feel that actually this is the norm. This is not exposing yourself. This is not a vulnerable thing to do. This is a good thing to do for yourself and for others and the planet. So I really do believe now is the time to come together with our volunteers, to connect to our communities, to spark that positive action and celebrate the people who help keep our spaces and our places that we love going. So I really want us to be able to celebrate those volunteers together and say thank you, a genuine thank you, but also a very public thank you to all those that give their time, inviting their friends and family and wider communities, so that we can not only show them how valued they are, but in doing so raise that awareness of the opportunities that there are, and that anybody can do this. It doesn't take a hero or an exceptional person, that this is for everybody. And I think that's what we try to do with the Big Lunch, Volunteers Week and the Big Help. So how can we also use this as an opportunity to connect new and existing volunteers with each other, and maybe swap roles and have a celebratory do? We often find that volunteers, especially in places such as charity shops or hospices or community gardens, have shifts and come at different times. So actually, how do we bring those people together and connect them to each other, and maybe understand what each other do and mix it all up and play with it? Let's make this fun as well as celebratory. What other volunteering groups are out there? How can we find the neighbouring charities and organisations that have volunteers, and can we come together and have a bigger celebration and connect them with more people, so that we build this sort of wave of FOMO. People will fear that they're missing out because they're not involved in this social action. And I think we all know that our volunteers are a precious resource, and I've always adored Volunteers Week, and I think it is not just a chance to say thank you to our volunteers, but a chance to cherish, value and connect with them and encourage others to do the same. Now, we see this as all of the month of community. So throughout June, we have been working with all the organisations that have events throughout June, including Volunteers Week and the national representations, but also with people like Neighbourhood Watch, Great Big Green Week, Have a Grow, Loneliness Awareness Week, Great Get Together, Carers Week, Small Charities Week, Windrush Day, Refugee Week, Care Home Open Week. All these people rely not just on volunteers, but on communities to help keep their organisations going and to help keep that social fabric knitted together. So we say, if you can't do something on the weekend of the Big Lunch or the Big Help Out, or even in the week of Volunteers Week, do something in June. It doesn't matter when. The main reason we'll have a week or a weekend is because of that sense of being part of something bigger, being part of a national celebration. But actually, when it comes down to it, The main thing is that it happens. And these are the list of the months of community members and a link that you can get to. Some impact from the month of community, I just thought I'd share. So there's a real sense, and remember that sort of the Big Launch, Big